Hey, what's up, Richie? My name is Steven. I'm down here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I spoke to Barbara this morning, and she said to go ahead and shoot this video over to you. Now, in this video, I'm going to be going over three things that, when implemented correctly, will actually start pushing your website up in the rankings, up above your competition when people are searching for your services in and around the Jacksonville, North Carolina area. In essence, getting you more jobs. Now, if you can see that I do have the know-how by the end of this video, you can go ahead and reach back out to me and we can chat. Or if you want to just take this information and implement it yourself, that's fine as well. But I'm going to go ahead and jump right in here. The three things I'll be covering are content, citations, and backlinks. Now, content is everything on your website, but we're primarily focused on your homepage here. Now, Google likes to see at least 1,500 words of content on these websites, these service-based industries such as HVAC. This gives you plenty of opportunity to add in all the buyer intent keywords that people are searching for when they're searching for your services online. So what I like to do is pull up the main competitor for the area, and that's the Jacksonville Heating Contractors, um, and or Trent Heating and Air Conditioning. I don't know if they're partnering up, but this website is coming up number one for most of these terms that people are searching for when they're searching for HVAC services in the Jacksonville area. Now, I went ahead and threw their website into a tool here that I like to use called Ahrefs. Now, this tool basically gives me a behind the scenes view of what Google uses to rank websites. Now, currently, jvilleheating.com is being found for 94 keywords, and just over the past 30 days, their website was clicked on 454 times. So I went ahead and put your website into the same tool. Your website is currently being found for one keyword, but it was not clicked on at all in the past 30 days through web searches. So let's go back to our competitor. And what's good about this tool is we can click on this 94 here and it'll bring up all 94 keywords that they are currently being found for. Now, we don't want to pay attention to the majority of these. The ones we want to pay attention to are what we call location-based buyer intent keywords. That's like this HVAC, Jacksonville, NC, right? So people that are searching for this are searching for HVAC services specifically in Jacksonville, NC. This comes up too when people are searching for like HVAC near me. This kind of falls under that as well. But you can go down this list and find what is relevant for your website, and you want to put it on your website. So as you can see, that's why it's important to really um, increase your word count here, because it'll give you all that opportunity to put in these keywords and phrases that people are searching for, so it doesn't look unnatural, right? So that's the first thing you'd want to do so Google can find you, right? So next thing I'm going to be going over are what we call citations. Now, when people are searching these terms like HVAC, Jacksonville, NC, studies have shown that anywhere between 40 to 75% of those people aren't scrolling past this section here. And they're clicking on one of these three businesses. This section is called the Map Pack. This is your Google business profile. Now, most people are under the impression that to get into this top three, the driving factor are reviews. And I used to believe that as well, but that's not the case. If it was, Davis Heating would be over Jacksonville Heating. They've got a higher rating and more reviews. So that's not the case. It's actually citations, right? And it was the businesses with the most citations, right? It was almost like a numbers game. Would was pretty much guaranteed a spot in this top three, but Google doesn't really work like that anymore. And let me explain: a citation is your business's name, address, and phone number on a directory online. Some examples are like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, just to name a few. But like I said, it's not so much the numbers anymore; it's the quality in the relevance of those directories that you're in, right? Um, and anymore with AI involved, there's what we call the three major data aggregators, and you can write this down: Data Axle, TransUnion Digital, and Foursquare. Right? You definitely want to be in those three. Once you're in those three and you're verified in those three data aggregators, they will actually take your information and push it to hundreds of other apps, um, directories, and GPS systems, right? And it builds data, we call it data consistency over all these platforms. And that's what AI uses to recommend you, right? So that's the first thing. And then you'd want to Google the top 50 core directories, right? Not like I said, those are the ones like Yelp, Yellow Pages, and Better Business Bureau, but there's 50 of them. And you're probably already in quite a few of them, but you want to make sure you're in all 50 of those. Once you do that and you have your Google business profile optimized correctly, which is a service that we do offer, and we actually offer it for free with the citations package through us. Once you have that, your chances of getting in this top three are huge, right? Despite, as long as your reviews aren't in the total, in the dump, which I know they are. Now, underneath the map pack is what's called Google's organic search results listing. Now, the number one spot here will get anywhere between 30 to 50% of clicks. And this is all by itself in this position. This is like 40 to 75%, but it's split up in between these three businesses. This is, like 30 to 50 all by itself. The main driver here is what we call backlinks. Now, backlinks, it's essentially other websites on the internet that have a link on their site somewhere that when clicked, it leads back to your website. Now, Google uses backlinks as like an online referral system. The more relevant that these websites are that are linking back to you, the better, right? So, for example, say you have a popular local blog page or a popular industry related site that's linking back to you, that's what's actually going to push your website up in these rankings. However, say like Pizza Hut is linking back to you. Now, Pizza Hut is a very popular website, gets a lot of views, people are on there. It's built a lot of trust over Google with Google over time, but it's still not going to do you guys any good because you guys don't sell pizza. So you can see the relevance is king there. So I want to go back to this tool that I showed you earlier, and before we were in the keywords, but now I want to pay attention to this backlink profile section. So to be clear, it's through your content, primarily your keywords, that Google is able to find you. Now, once they find you, they got to determine where they're going to place you on their list, right? And that all has to do with your backlinks and the quality of those backlinks, really the websites you're getting the backlinks from. So currently our number one competitor has 358 backlinks coming from a total of 133 other websites. They call them referring domains in here. Let's take a look at your backlinks. You currently have 26 backlinks from it coming from a total of 24 other websites. So just like those citations, it's not so much about the number of them, but it's more about the quality and the relevance of the websites you get the backlinks from. Okay, so we can go back to our competitor. We want to look at these referring domains. So we can click on that 133. That's going to bring up all 133 websites they're currently getting backlinks from. You'll notice too that a lot of these, especially up top here, are directories. So they kind of overlap. Like some of these directories that you get as citations will overlap as backlinks as well. Not all of them, but some of them will. But you'd want to go down this list and go through all three pages and acquire backlinks from all these websites. If you were to do that, and this is assuming at this point that your content was correct and optimized correctly, that would actually put you in contention for this number one spot. Now, if you wanted to pretty much ensure a number one spot here, you'd want to do that same thing with the backlinks with the top three websites. It would take some time, but you would eventually take over that number one spot and take up all that traffic. So let's go ahead and recap what we went over. First thing is going to be content. You definitely want to increase your word count here and put in all the proper keywords. Second, you want to be in those three major data aggregators, DataAxle, TransUnion Digital, and Foursquare, and then go ahead and Google the top 50 core directories and go ahead and get in those as well. And then lastly are backlinks, meaning you need more relevant websites linking back to your website to show Google that you guys are the authority when it comes to HVAC companies in and around the Jacksonville area. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, you can implement this. You can take this information and implement it yourself. Or if you want to set up a discovery call with me, my name's Steven. I live in Fayetteville, North Carolina. You can just simply respond to this email, or you can give me a call at 910-551-2006. Other than that, I appreciate your time, Rich. Like I said, Barbara told me to shoot this over to you. I hope you found this informational and helpful. And I just appreciate Barbara giving me the opportunity to send this to you. But other than that, man, I hope you have a really good day. Take care. Bye bye.